Mackenzie, there's a first for you in this fight that your dad's going to be there, right?
Yes.
It's probably exciting, but also a little bit of pressure. How are you handling that?
Yeah, I don't feel like pressure, but I feel, for sure, out of everything, I feel like the butterflies in my stomach, like that nerve.
Yeah.
More because he's there, and I want to like make him happy. I know he doesn't want me to do MMA, so I want to show him like that. It's okay. I'm meant to be here, and it's exciting. You know, I'm in Brazil. He's Brazilian now, so it's where I lived when I was living in Brazil. Was here in Rio, so I'm excited. You know, I think for sure I feel a little bit like. I hope he likes the fight. I don't know if he will be too nervous. I don't want him to be like emotional, but I think he'll do good. I think he'll be excited.
You said that he doesn't really like them. You talked a little bit about that before, that he wasn't that excited. How's that process? Like, is he feeling a little more at ease about it now?
No. He still doesn't like to see me getting like punched in the face. You know, he'll definitely like will do some things like, oh, you know, the World Championships is coming. Maybe you should do jiu-jitsu to compete the worlds. Like, he'll do little things to make me try to convince me to go back to jiu-jitsu, you know, but he supports me, you know. He sent me a message like, do you need help to cut weight? You know, he's there to help me and everything. He supports me no matter what, you know, but definitely I can see he still wants me to go back to jiu-jitsu.
And here you are, it's a super busy week for you. You're just doing media last week, and there's a lot of, I guess, attention around you, and this is in Rio, like you said, it's a big one for you. How is that? I mean, just handling, it seems like you're juggling a lot with fight week, right? How has that part been for you, just balancing it all out?
I think it's part of growing as an athlete, you know. I go through like a lot of things. Everyone goes through so many things, you know. It's part of it. I knew what I was getting into when I signed up for this, you know. So when I asked to fight in Brazil, I knew it would be a big turnout. I knew they would have a lot of media, so I'm liking it, you know. I'm so far I'm able to juggle everything. I'm not not getting stressed. But I think closer, like maybe Thursday, when the weight cut is on the very end, you know, I just want to get it over with, you know.
Did you expect to be this, because you're placed really high on the card, were you expecting that? Or?
No, that was a surprise for me. When I saw Bay on Instagram, and I was looking at Instagram, I said, wow, I'm like the third fight, you know. I was so surprised, but it was really exciting, and I'm going to try to put on a huge show too. Jacare is right after me, you know.
Yeah,
so.
that's and since we were talking about, I think this is a word that comes up a lot when people talk about you, pressure, because it's so many eyeballs, right? And from the start, like you're just, you haven't been doing MMA for that long, and people are already paying that much attention, and here you are, this card well placed. It seems like it doesn't faze you, but why? Like, is it something, the jiu-jitsu help you prepare for this? Is it something that's your personality? Like, why do you think that you stay so cool throughout this whole thing?
Yeah, I think I always had pressure through my whole jiu-jitsu career because my dad was he's a famous jiu-jitsu black belt. So even when I was like 10 years old, people, oh, look, that's Megaton's daughter. She's going to fight. She's going to be, you know, people always expect me to be good because my dad was so good jiu-jitsu. I always had eyes on me a lot more than the other people that I was fighting, you know, since I'm little. So I think for sure that prepared me a little bit more, but also too, I think because we're taking the right steps, you know, and I'm not fighting like top 5 ranking or anything. I'm doing things, I'm not scared to say no, you know. When my manager, he asked me something, I say like, no, I don't want to do that, you know. I take everything very slow, and I really like think about it before I make the decision. So I think we're going the right speed and everything, you know. Pressure, no diamond, you know. So I grow under pressure. When I have the pressure, I feel like I become a better fighter. So I like the pressure. It's okay.
And also there's something else that really comes with growing in front of everyone, right? That's criticism. And I think that people all have takes on your game, right? So it's like, oh, her striking is not that good. Like you've been under the microscope for so long. So does that part, like just dealing with the constant criticism, does it get to you at all ever, or are you able to, does it roll right out of your bag? Yeah, it doesn't get to me too much, you know. For sure I see it sometimes, you know, but it's so much that you can't take it seriously, you know. Like even like Amanda, the girl I'm gonna fight, she's talked like that my jiu-jitsu is not so good, you know. I feel like, man, God, like you can't take serious, you know. Like maybe they think, you know, if I don't submit in the first round, I don't have good jiu-jitsu, you know, like, or if I stay striking, well, my striking's not good. So always they're gonna have criticism. I think if it was just one or the other, I would feel more. But since it's so much, you know, I don't take serious. I just have good people around me that help keep my feet on the floor and not let my head go up to the clouds and everything.
So I don't let it faze me at all.
Speaking of Amanda Cooper, it's a fight that you said she wanted it, and you said that you wanted it as well. I think we can see why, because she has a few submission losses on her record, probably helps. But why is that a fight that interested you? What do you see in her game that helps your game?
Yeah, when I asked for to fight on the real card, I didn't have anyone in mind. You know, they offered me Amanda Cooper. I didn't know who she was before this fight. I didn't know who she was before. But when I said, yeah, like, sure, they told me, like, okay, she has 3 losses, I said, yeah, no problem, like, sounds good. For me, it was a better fight than my debut, you know?
Yeah.
I think my debut was a harder fight than this combination. I think this one is a better match for, like, a submission, you know, than my debut in the UFC. So, yeah, I think, like, it's a good fight. I know she's a tough girl, and I don't think it will be an easy fight, but I think the way that she fights will be a lot easier for me to be able to get the takedown and submit. You know, that's what I'm going to look for. I'm in Brazil. I need to represent Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for sure.
I overheard, like, you saying that you kind of had a specific type of submission in mind.
No, I think that, like, a choke will be best, you know, just because I don't know if she's flexible or not. I don't want to, like, risk, I don't know, armbar, and she's so flexible. I fought girls that they look like they have rubber arms, you know. So I think that chokes are always the most certain, you know, or they go to sleep or they tap, you know. So for sure I'm gonna not risk it, and I will try, you know, if I can, I would prefer a choke, you know, but who knows, any submission is fine.
But that's interesting, because she knows that you didn't know that much about her, and but she knew about you. She'd been following your fights, she'd seen you, and I think that's true for a lot of people, right? Because you're a fight that people want for obvious reasons. You have a name, so people want to fight somebody with a name, so they get the name. Like, it's understandable, right? How do you deal with that part? Because they watch you so much. Like, you have the target on your back. Well, you're fighting someone that you still have to get used to. But in jiu-jitsu too, that was kind of the situation, right? You were the target. Did that help you? Did that experience help you prepare for everybody just kind of like knowing what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I think for me, I think this is helping me just become a better athlete in general, you know, because I know everyone who fights me, they're fighting for me specific, you know, and me, I'm not fighting against Amanda Cooper, against Ashley, you know, because I'm still in the beginning of my career, you know, I'm just trying to be a better fighter. I know that they're probably, their whole camp is like takedown defense, you know. Me, I'm training everything. I'm training my ground, I'm training my stand-up, I'm training my wrestling, I'm training the cage, training everything, because I'm trying to be the best fighter I can be. I'm fighting in 7 months, I'll have 4 fights, you know, that's a lot of fights in 7, usually they do 4 fights in 1 year, you know. So for me, it's like one fight after that. I'm just trying to become a better fighter in general, you know. So, you know, for me, it helped. I know that the people are accepting the fights. They want to fight me, like you said, like it's good. They have the attention. They can get the attention too. But I think when they think so much about me, like the takedown, you know, it's a lot of pressure for them. And I'm used to this pressure. I don't think that the girls that are fighting me are that used to the pressure, you know, like I am. So I feel more comfortable in the fights. I don't mind it. It's helping me become a better fighter.
And Leslie, for me, I think we talked a little bit about this in the past, but people look at you and see a very young athlete who's very young in MMA. But you have this entire athletic past. You've been doing the athletic thing for so long. When you think about your MMA career, do you think about having this really long time in the sport, or are you already coming into it thinking, well, it might be a little bit of a shorter road for me than people are expecting? Yeah,
for sure. I definitely don't want to be in here for like 10 years, you know. I would like to get the belt for sure. Maybe the belt on 125 division, after to have like 2 belts, you know, defend my title sometimes. But definitely I don't want to be like taking my punches in the face and all these things, you know. Like, I'm coming here to show like jiu-jitsu fighter, a woman, you know, can get to the belt. I can become a striker. I have everything to be the best in the world. But yeah, I want to have a family too, you know. I've been doing fighting since I'm 3 years old, you know, so it's a long time coming in the sport. So I definitely don't want to be in this career forever, you know. Like, being here, do the best I can be, try to inspire women, guys, anyone, and yeah, get the belt.
So in this fight specifically, say you get past Cooper, like, you had so many fights in such a short period of time. Like, is the thinking now after this one, take a break?
Yeah, for sure. I think take a like like at least a 2 months break, you know, and then after 2 months, think about maybe when I have a fight. I don't know, October or September, around there. Yeah, but not so soon.